Hi there, I'm Sian Holderness, and welcome to Health Unravelled. I'm a nutritionist, counsellor, and eating psychology coach, and in my almost decade of experience in the health industry, have seen far too many women and men become consumed with weight loss, only to end up yo-yo dieting with disordered eating patterns and impinge and restrict cycles. This just breaks my heart, so I'm here to unravel everything you thought you knew about health and yourself, to help you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together and begin the process of aligning your mind, body, and soul, creating a happier, healthier you. So let's dive straight in. Hello, beautiful human, and welcome to Health Unravelled podcast. If you are a long-term listener, thank you. And if you are new around here, then a huge welcome. Now, in my last episode, I told you guys how close I was to reaching my first downloads goal with this podcast. And I'm so happy to announce that not long after I released that episode, I hit my 1,000 downloads goal. So I want to say a huge thank you to you for being here, for listening, for sharing with your friends, for messaging me with your feedback about the episodes and how much you're loving them. You're keeping my little heart just like burning with passion as I continue creating these episodes and sharing them with the world. I really appreciate you holding a space for my vulnerability in the topics that I discuss here as well. So I am over the moon. I am so grateful, and I hit my 1,000 downloads goal with like 4 months until the end of the year, which is mind-blowing. I am just so excited if you can't tell already. Now, I am not doing a card reading this morning. Only reason being is I have a walk and talk client in about half an hour, and I really want to get this to you and uploaded. Little Charlie was home with us all week, just when we thought the chaos was over, and I don't like recording podcasts when he's home. And also Josh was using the office to catch up on uni. So I took the week off, but I'm here and I'm excited to get this episode out into the universe. So today I'm sharing with you 3 tips to increase self-confidence without changing your physical body. Now, I just recently held 21 Days to a More Confident You, which I held in my Facebook group. You can see little snippets on my social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And I posted the full-length videos in my free Facebook community, SelfEsteem School. Now, those will actually be getting taken down Friday, the 26th of August. So if you do manage to catch this, today it's Wednesday when I'm uploading this episode. If you do manage to catch this in time, please jump over to SelfEsteem School, binge watch them, because there's so much incredible content in there. And the 3 tips I'm talking to you about today come straight from that 21 Days to a More Confident You. However, if you do miss this, and you don't get in time, then I'll put a link in the show notes, because you can actually purchase the 21 Days to a More Confident You for a small investment of $21, so $1 a day. And you'll get emailed one of these videos every single day, just 5 minutes, to help you step into a place of more self-confidence. Now, I was recently met with a comment insinuating that the message I share and the things I do are based around trying to make people be thinner. And it's so interesting because that's actually the absolute opposite to what I do. And I since realized that the person that made that comment actually knows nothing about what I do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it in the first place. And so when I created 21 Days to More Confident You, it wasn't until I reflected back on the content I created and I was like, wow, not a single piece of this has to do with changing your physical body at all. However, in the years I've worked as a nutritionist, people come to me wanting to lose weight, and their main reason being to increase their self-confidence. Now, one does not equal the other. Being self-confident does not mean weight loss, and losing weight does not mean increased self-confidence, okay? I've met so many clients who have lost significant amounts of weight and still have the same level of self-confidence that they had in the first place. So today I'm sharing with you 3 amazing tips to increase your self-confidence, and we're not even going to be talking about changing your physical body at all. Now, speaking of which, on Friday, again, if you're watching this in real time, Friday is my 30th birthday. And I'm really excited because I thought I would dread this day, and I don't at all. I feel like life is only just beginning, although the grey hairs that I have will say otherwise. But on Friday in SelfEsteem School, I'm going to be announcing this huge vision that I have to create meaning and purpose, and really change the lives of 30 people over the period of 30 days, at an extremely low cost, which is insane. But this has just been sitting with me for some time, and I feel like it's so important for me to be able to do this. And this is in particular to this topic of increasing self-confidence. And what I'm going to be sharing, I'm going to give you a little heads up because I haven't shared this yet, but I will be offering 30% off my Perfectly Imperfect program, which means that for about $140-ish, you will actually have access to the program and my ongoing support for the 30 days to help you reconnect with your physical body without the need to try and change it, but to see it exactly as it is. The Perfectly Imperfect project is just absolutely mind-blowing in the way that it does this in a way that's so different to what you see in the weight loss industry and the fitness industry and the health industry, because it's about just seeing your body authentically as it is, and reconnecting with it and becoming more confident in who you are and the story that you hold. So I won't share any more. You'll have to jump into SelfEsteem School and have a look at that post on Friday, the 26th of August, if you want to find out more. But let's get into these tips. Okay. Now, the first tip that I have, and this was actually spoken about on day 18 in the 21 Days to a More Confident You. The first tip I have is to increase your comfort zone. Now, we become more confident when we know that we can handle things. And our comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. And the interesting thing is that when we start to feel fear or anxiety, we also feel doubt and our confidence levels drop. And so if you can increase the zone in which you feel confident with things, experiences, environments, if you can lean against that level of discomfort, if you can step a little out your comfort zone, you actually show your brain that, like, yes, you can do this. You can do this and it is safe to do so. And the more you just slightly lean against things that make you that slight bit uncomfortable, and I don't mean uncomfortable in a negative way, I mean uncomfortable in a challenging way. So if it's uncomfortable because it's slightly challenging for you and you're starting to doubt yourself, lean into that. And as you do, your comfort zone expands, and therefore so does your confidence as well, because you've just shown yourself that you can do it. Even if it doesn't go to plan, right? You showed yourself that you can jump in, you can dive into that discomfort, and you can do it anyway. And that discomfort does not mean that you can't do it, that you're unable to do it, and that you need to back away. And in the 21 Days to a More Confident You, I actually use the analogy of the movie The Croods. And if you haven't watched that, I highly recommend it, because they're like a cave family, right? And their comfort zone is their cave. And anything outside the cave, anything new is scary. And in their world, it means that you die. Anything new means you die. Anything unknown means you die. And our brain is actually kind of like that, in that it thrives off of learning, but it also wants to be safe and certain at all times. And so as you step into things that are a little bit uncertain, as you step into that slight discomfort, as you expand your comfort zone, your self-confidence is going to increase, in that your ability to believe that you can handle it, even when it is challenging, is improved. And that is huge. The second tip is using the pillars of self-honor. So I did this over 5 separate days, and I dived into each pillar separately in 21 Days to a More Confident You. But the 5 pillars are introspection, identity, intention, intrinsic motivation, and integration. Now, over in SelfEsteem School, there is actually some free modules that you can watch, 3 videos that you can actually go through and watch, where I break these down even deeper, but I'll give you a slight rundown. Now, introspection is the ability to look within, and to understand yourself at a deeper level, have more empathy and understanding and awareness of yourself, who you are, and how you came to this point, right? there's something that we call in counseling world unconditional positive regard, and that means that, you know, the clients that we see, no matter what, we hold unconditional positive regard for them. And how incredible would it be if you could do that for you as well? And that's what introspection means. The second one is identity. So who are you? Who are you and what are you doing? What is your identity, and does it align with your goals? Intention is, what is it that I'm setting out to achieve and why? So getting really, really clear on what is it that I want to be doing and why. Intrinsic motivation is finding that motivation from within, that deep kind of burning desire, as opposed to extrinsic motivation, which is very expectations based and it's fleeting and it doesn't last. And the final one, which is one of my favorites, is integration. So the ability to take what you learn. So say, for example, listening to this podcast, taking that and actually integrating some kind of change into your life at whatever pace works for you, but being a person that will actually learn, take it on board and integrate into your life, as opposed to listening, being like, yeah, I get it, and then making no change whatsoever. So that's a really, really quick rundown of the 5 pillars to self-honor. And the final tip that I have for you today, and this is something that I've seen get very, very wrong, is you need to align your goals to your values, and then you need to align your beliefs to your goals. Now, where people go wrong here is they don't know what their values are in the first place, and so they set their goals based on what they think society should expect from them. And sometimes this can misalign from your goals. So a really common one I see with females, and especially with mums, is having like this weight loss or health goal that makes you have to eat separately to your kids, or miss out on time with them because you're spending in excess of, 5 hours a week or so in the gym. And if that misaligns from your goals, which for me personally it does, but it doesn't for everyone. So this is really individual. For me, it's really important that we have dinner together, that I cook for me and Charlie and Josh all together, and we enjoy that time together. And it's really important for me I train generally when Charlie's in daycare, or on a Friday morning when he can just pop into crèche quickly. But I personally won't train in the morning because I'd rather get him ready for school. That's my choice. That's my values. It doesn't have to be yours. And same in the evenings, I really want to see him in that time. Now, that's not possible for everyone. I understand that. Your values don't have to be the same as mine. I'm just giving real world examples from what I've seen and experienced. Another example of this is that if you really value socializing and you go on like this health kick that makes you feel guilty for doing that, for going out to lunch with your girls, for having a glass of wine, with your partner in the evening, if you can't do that because of your goal, then you're misaligning from your values and it's not going to be sustainable. So you need to align your goals to your values, which means you have to be clear on your values first. And the second step to that is aligning your beliefs to your goals. So oftentimes when we self-sabotage, it's because we have these limiting beliefs that get in our way, that tell us that we can't actually achieve the thing that we've set out to achieve. And so we're like, yes, I'm going to do this. Oh, wait, it's unsustainable. It doesn't align with my goals. And then my head gets in the way and tells me I can't do it anyway. So why would I bother? Can you see how that cycle can be really, really detrimental and negative? So what you want to do is understand your values and align your goals to them. And then you need to assess the beliefs that are limiting you from achieving that goal. So why is it that you haven't achieved it already? What's gotten in your way? What are the patterns that you've noticed? Where did those beliefs come from? And go through a limiting belief breakthrough process. And if you're unsure of this, reach out to me and let me know, so that you can remove those limiting beliefs and then create new beliefs that align with your goal so that you can achieve them. When you have all of that in place, you have this sense of real harmony, right? Where things will just flow and it becomes a lot easier to achieve what it is that you set out to achieve, even if you're just setting out to achieve a life that you desire, which is one of my favorite things anyway. So that's enough for me babbling on, but I'm just going to recap. So tip number 1 is to increase your comfort zone, expand your comfort zone. Tip number 2 is to lean into the pillars of self-honor. Tip number 3 is to align your goals to your values and beliefs to your goals. Now, none of these things have anything to do with changing your physical body, changing how much you weigh, etc., etc., etc. They're just ways to increase your confidence in who you are as a human being. Now, you can want to improve who you are and still accept who you are at the same time. That is okay. And that's a fine line to walk. But I'm here to tell you that all that you are is beautiful and it's okay, and that you're also safe to explore going further if you choose to. So a little reminder, click the link below to access 21 Days to a More Confident You. It's literally $1 a day, $21 for a little 5-minute video of me in your inbox every single day. If you're in time, you can find it for free over in SelfEsteem School. That's the benefit of being in that space, is that I actually drop a lot of things into there first for free. So if you're not in there, join now, and I cannot wait to bring next week's episode to you as well. I'll chat to you soon. Bye. If you loved this episode, please let me know by leaving me a review or sharing this with your friends. It's so important for me to get this information out to those that need to hear it. So your feedback means the absolute world to me. And also, if you have any topic requests, hit me up with them too.